So this is Superboy Prime, and this dude is one of the strongest and most ridiculous characters in the DC universe. So Superboy Prime's real name is Kal-El. He pretty much has the same origin story as regular Superman, except he's from Earth Prime. Prime Earth is literally just our universe as it is now. This was an Earth where superheroes only existed in comic books and other media that depicted fiction. So when Kal-El was sent to Earth, he was adopted by a couple named Jerry and Naomi Kent, and they gave him the name Clark Kent based off the Superman comics that already existed. He would even get bullied because of this, and the kids came up with the name Superboy for him. Clark had a pretty normal life until he turned 15. One day while he was out with his girlfriend Lori, Haley's comet flew past, activating his dormant Kryptonian powers. From this, he gained super strength, super speed, heat vision, frost breath, literally every Superman power you could think of. And since no magic or kryptonite existed on this Earth, bro had no weaknesses except for a red sun. Eventually, Earth 1 Superman, which is the main Superman, arrives on Earth Prime. These two actually end up meeting, and Clark becomes Superman's sidekick, taking on the name Superboy. And from here on, they would actually go on mad adventures together. Eventually though, the Crisis of Infinite Earths event happened, and the Anti-Monitor ends up destroying Earth Prime, with Superboy as the only survivor. Superboy would then team up with Earth 2 Superman to defeat the Anti-Monitor, ending the crisis. After these events though, multiple universes would get compiled into one universe, which used to be the main DC universe. Since Superboy's universe was destroyed, Earth 2 Superman sent him to something called the Paradise Dimension. This was basically a place where people who have lost their universes would go, and they could basically do whatever they wanted here. Superboy hated this though, since he was still grieving the loss of his universe, and being in this dimension slowly drove bro crazy. Seeing how angry Superboy was, a dude named Alexander Luthor, who is Lex Luthor's son from Earth 3, basically manipulates him and tells him that the new Earth they live on is imperfect and that they should make a new and perfect one. He then proceeds to show Superboy the versions of his parents on the new Earth and that they're dead. This sends Superboy off the walls, bro. This dude quite literally punches his way out of paradise, and this makes reality start altering itself. Fun fact too, him doing this literally brought Jason Todd back to life. He arrives on the new Earth and he starts doing a bunch of shit. This dude starts the Thanagar War, which literally destroyed all magic. He destroyed the JLA Watchtower, and worst of all, this dude pulls up to the Kent farm looking for Connor Kent, aka our Superboy. From here, I'm just gonna start calling Clark Prime so it doesn't get confusing. This boy Prime sees Connor and it's immediate beef. Prime tells Connor that he isn't worthy of the name Superboy. They start to argue more, but then Prime just says fuck it and starts boxing, bro. And when I tell y'all, this is one of the worst beatdowns in comic book history, I fucking mean it, bro. Prime is absolutely dogging Connor, bro. Prime beats the absolute dog fuck out of him, like Connor had no chance. Connor then calls in the Titans and other reinforcements, and this just makes it worse. This boy Prime solos the Titans, the Suicide Squad, and the fucking JLA in one fight, all while having a mental breakdown. He even ends up killing some people just because he's that angry. Prime is literally having a tantrum right now, and the only way they end up stopping him is by calling in the Speedsters. Wally West, Jay Garrick, and Bart Allen all rush this dude, trying to take him into the Speed Force. They're struggling really badly at first, but then Barry Allen and a few more Speedsters come out the Speed Force, and they ultimately end up dragging Prime in with them. While they were dragging him in though, Prime kept yelling on how he's gonna be Superman one day, and that would creep me the fuck out. Another crisis ends up happening, and Barry eventually comes back telling everybody that they could not hold him and that he's come back. And from here, bro just starts terrorizing everybody. He gets a rematch with Connor, and he actually ends up killing him. After this, he fights a Green Lantern army, and this dude just goes on a murder spree. It literally takes Earth 1 and Earth 2 Superman having a death match with this dude to stop him. The two Supermen eventually defeat him, but Earth 2 Superman dies in the process. The Justice League end up imprisoning him in a red sun, but this is obviously not the last time we see this dude. After him eventually escaping, he does mad shit, bro. Bro eventually becomes a Yellow Lantern and solos the Anti-Monitor. He fights the entirety of the Green and Yellow Lantern Corps along with Superman and Power Girl, and he survives. He kidnaps and tortures Mr. Mitsopitalik, kills the Monarch, and destroys the entirety of Earth 51. He even finds his way back to Earth Prime, except this time his parents and his girlfriend are now afraid of him due to his actions in the comics. After this, he kills his riders and fights a whole bunch of Black Lanterns. It's a whole thing. Like, this dude basically made DC promise to leave him alone. Now, Prime does eventually return in the newer comics as a good guy, and he's written to be like a Deadpool type of character where he could just break the fourth wall. But there is absolutely no forgetting that this little boy used to be a menace, bro, to multiverses. Whenever you mention the name Superboy Prime, this is the first thing you're gonna think of.